Last time on Python Archipelago. Finding the Phoenix egg turned out to be very simple. The Avatar and his companions found a convenient dead Phoenix right on a platform surrounded by lava. Turning on the switch surrounded said Phoenix with fire, which resurrected him, or her, rather. Her name is Skyrise, translated from her apparently unpronounceable name. She thanked the Avatar greatly and gave him the Phoenix egg. Just south of her was the exit from the Phoenix's island. With the egg, Erstam told the Avatar to toss it into the machine in his lab, as well as the body parts strewn about, the arms, legs, torso, and Boydon's head. Don't believe they need to be in any order, but I usually do so anyways. With everything dropped into the machine, out popped Boydon. No longer is he a disembodied head, he is now walking, talking, and very much alive. He is also a recruitable companion, and after asking for Erstam's permission, he gladly allowed Boydon into the Avatar's party. Boydon is a very helpful companion. He starts at level 1 with maxed out strength, but extremely low dex in combat. Nothing a few levels of training will straighten out. Since the Avatar helped the Mad Mage with his riddle of life and death experiment, he gave the Avatar a key to his storeroom where he stored the Serpent jawbone. A key item that will enable the Avatar and his companions to teleport around the Serpent Isle, much like Britannia's Moongates, but much more cooler, I think. So long as the Avatar has the respective Serpent Tooth, he'll be able to travel around certain areas in Serpent Isle. We found 2 up to this point, and when we returned to Erstam with the Serpent jawbone, he willingly gave us 2 teeth from his own collection, bringing it to a total of 4 Serpent teeth. With a Serpent jawbone with 4 Serpent teeth slotted, we had to double click on a Serpent gate, and the Avatar and his companions were transported to the dark path in the ethereal void. With only 4 teeth slotted, we were only able to go to a few places, back to Moonshade, a really hot area, the Mad Mage's Isle, and Monk Isle. Monk Isle was where the part ended. We talked to a lot of monks here. A monk with no name who tends to the corn crops, Migim, Thoxa, Karnax, they're all here. As well as another new monk we haven't talked to yet named Draxta. Mission numero uno, however, was to find fresh mandrake roots here on Monk Isle. The child of the corn monk mentioned that the salt tides had to be right in order for the mandrake roots to appear, and they didn't pop up in the last part. Hopefully it will in this part. Hello guys, welcome back to some more Ultima VII Part 2 Serpent Isle. So for this part, we're going to try to find that key that we read about in the monastery's library. It mentioned it was in the swamps, not southeast of the island. I think it was worded a little bit differently, a bit weirdly. And also, I checked when the salt tides will be right for the mandrake roots. It won't be right for quite a bit of time. So for this part, we're going to spend a lot of time here on Monk Isle. And good news is that the swamps is really close by. It's right here. Be a good time to go ahead and wear some swamp boots, so let's go ahead and do that. I think we got swamp boots for Boydon? I hope so. Yes, we do. Here you go. Almost forgot about that. It's a good thing I was carrying all that equipment, weapons, armor, just for Boydon to use, because getting poisoned is no fun. And fighting with your fists is no fun, even though Boydon is built like a walking tank. Like he's literally Frankenstein. As one commenter mentioned, Peter Boyle from Young Frankenstein. I have not seen that, but I do know of Mel Brooks and good old PB. There we go. And he's wearing black boots for some reason, but whatever. And eventually, I keep forgetting to do this. We're not quite... We don't need to do it right now. Ah, the bells toll. Not for thee, not for me, or for the monks. If you remember, we can totally set formations here, strategies. And I've been neglecting doing that because kind of have no need to right now. So maybe later. When the fighting gets really tough. Now where's the entrance to the swamps? Right here. Everyone's wearing your boots, right? Looks like it. At you. tentacles and stuff. And a snake. Where is Shamino going? He's gone off a little too far ahead. This takes me back to Stonegate. Almost said Stone Keep. Back in the Black Gate. The ruins of Stonegate. There's stairs here, but we could ignore that. Do you notice something? There's a hollowed out tree here. I think we can walk through here, right? Yes, we can. Can barely see that, too. Aha. Guys, I got a key. Shamino. I keep forgetting which key is your key bag. Which bag is your key bag, I mean. Let's move all this up here. Up there. I think he's very important. Don't think there's anything else around here that we can explore and see. The map is not that much help. I think we can get over here somehow, so for now, let's try to go downstairs. Oh no, it's getting dark. YOLO. I know, Avatar. You want me to turn on the torch. Just give me a second here. There you go. Okay, let's go. Now we heard there's undead down here. Not heard, but we read about it. Shamino, use that key we got. There we go. Moat. Ah, I see a skelly. He's probably not friendly. They usually aren't. I'll go down there in just a few minutes. I want to see what's around here first. A little catacomb adventure. Take a little break from talking to those stuck-up mages in Moonshade. And take a break from talking. There's been a lot of talking in this game. It's trying to tell a story. That likely leads down back to the monastery. That did not work. Oh, no. What are you doing? Well, how about you? To the death. Voidon, it's already dead. Let's go down here. Oh, another set of stairs. Wonderful. Yes, this is definitely a crypt. That is a lightning wand. You have no need for that. Ooh, got some magical bolts. Got a crossbow. YOLO, are you carrying magic bolts? It's like hard to tell sometimes. Just regular bolts he has. Well, you can have some more. There you go. 13. We also got chain armor. I think I'll give that to... Well, it's not like anyone else can wear it. Voidon already has chain armor. So I guess YOLO can go ahead and wear that. We'll put that... Yeah, I'll put that on the course. Why not? He's getting to be really full up. We're going to have to, like, dump some things. He's got low strength, so... Yeah, that's how it works. A magical axe. And this is a Viking helmet. It's funny. I know there's Vikings here. And I see that key. That likely opens up the door down south. And I'll take the magical axe just because... Not like we need it. We have two so far that we found back in the Goblin camp. One from Palm Durgan and another from a random goblin. You can sleep on these if you want to. And you have some huge cojones if you sleep down here around the dead. And kind of a pillar of skulls here a little bit. Can't really do anything with that though. Any secret passageways? Probably not. I only took a brief glance at the map here on Monk Isle online. Just to sort of refresh my memory as to where things are. Skeleton came back. How about you? And he was halved. That likely closes that. So let's double click on it just in case. I believe the bridge is blocked. The bridge is blocked. Wait on, get off the ledge. There you go. I believe the bridge is blocked. Okay, I guess I can't do anything with that. I'll go down there in just a few minutes. Let's go over here. If those bells will stop, that'd be wonderful. Ah, East. Let's go south. The blue key should work here. Got a lot of keys. Oh, that did not work. Do we pick it? No, that did not work. Am I using the wrong keys? Let's double check. Blue? No. This? No. Okay, let's go east. Voidon, don't get stuck on the water. And yeah, I'm leaving those swamp boots on for now. Oops, I missed that. There we go. Stairs. Ah, back of the swamps, of course. Scorpion. Oh, snake. 2 arms! Have at you, snake. If they can reach it. Pathfinding. The gamer's worst nightmare. Not much around here. Not much at all. I don't think there's any treasure or nothing. That's empty. That's reminiscent of the bear skull skeleton we found where Shamanow's bow was, the magical one, in the very beginning of the game. Yeah, not a whole lot. Nothing underneath these thingies, no. Any keys or whatnot? Can't move those. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing at all. What the heck? What the deuce? I feel like there's something up here. Like a key? Did I miss a key? So we didn't get that key, any key, to open the south door. Unless we already have the key. In the last part. If so, I forgot. Well, maybe that key opens... Maybe it just leads back to Monk Isle. I don't even know. Let's go back. I did miss something. We're back here. There's a corpse here. Right there, kind of semi-hidden. I just didn't see it. Inside, we got invisibility dust, or rather, sleeping powder, excuse me. YOLO, turn that off. Take these. And the sleeping powder too, why not? The key likely opens that door. Out of range? Shaman, get over here. What the heck? Got too many keys. Okay, let's go back to that door. You know, I'm locking these doors. I mean, if I was a monk on Monk Isle, I wouldn't be comfortable leaving these doors unlocked where the undead keep spawning. I was also stuck for a little while there. What the heck? So let's close these. This isn't necessary, by the way. I'm just role-playing a little bit. Yep, see, that opens that. There we go. And I was right. We are back in the basement of the monastery. Perfect. Perfect. So perfect that I'm going to go ahead and unequip this. And after this, we're going to go to sleep. Until the salt tides are correct. I believe you have to talk to the monk with no name before you get the mandrake roots. And his name is Brackus, by the way. Bracccus. If the Ultima fandom page is correct. Can't remember how you figure that out in game, but there you go. Or it could be incorrect. So, I'm gonna make a hard save in just a few minutes. few seconds. There's a monk here. We can't talk to him because he's either deaf or he took a vow of silence. So I will save here. And I would go night and night. When I wake up, it's going to be about 3 a.m. Yes, 3 a.m. Avatar. Of course the bells go off as soon as I go to sleep. And they stop. Or not. My goodness. It's like 3 in the morning and the bells are still going. I don't think we got any sleep. Like if I was here, I wouldn't get any sleep. Some of my characters are hungry though, so let's eat. I shall soon be plump. Ah, very tasty. Yes, indeed. Very, very tasty. Let's go back up here. YOLO. It's a little dark, so... I know. Turn on the torch. I know my place in life. Maybe we should get Shamina to do it. Alright, where is Brachus? Oh, is that Brachus? No, it's just a random monk. Any Brachuses in here? That's Karnax. That's Megim. Why are you guys still awake? What are you doing? Maybe he's up here. We could probably just go to the area where the mandrake roots are, and they'll be there. But just in case, we'll find Brachus, the monk. The corn monk. I'm just gonna call him the corn monk. Oh no, YOLO, your torch has been spent. We are running rather low. Is that the monk with no name? It's not. It's Thoxa. I'm always glad to see her, but I'm also not glad that I moved my portraits accidentally. The R button did that, I believe. Okay, she's tending to the things here. Is that him? Aha, salt tides. The tides are in convergence. If thou desirest mandrake roots, thou must hasten to the swamplands. Well, let's go do that then. Here we are, swamplands, and I forgot to put my things there, and my characters are poisoned, darn it. Ah, what am I doing? I probably should have just kept my swamp boots on this entire time. That's okay though, because we got antidote potions. They're probably really mad at me for not paying attention to them. I'm just going to let the poison run out because they got full health. We're not going to get into a super hard fight anytime soon. We only got like 3 antidote potions. Alright, let's find those mandrake roots. Look carefully. They really blend in. As you can see right here, there's one here. I believe you only need 1. But I'm going to take as many as I can carry. My backpack disappeared as soon as I put that in there. Usually when that happens, it makes me a little nervous because when it disappears like that, the backpack, it's like a clue. It's the way it's coded is that NPCs think you're stealing. We're not stealing. We're just borrowing. Well, this wouldn't be considered stealing anyways. These are reagents. Got 3 so far. Like I said, I think you only need 1. So in this part, it looks like we're going to get our spell book. Really, really quickly. The time draws near to when we're going to be doing Silver Seed. Silver Seed is coming closer and closer. I think they'll stack, but I'm just going to go ahead and make them separate. I think one of them stacked anyways, the mandrake root. Here's one here. I bet Biblio said 3, right? But I think the game just gives him 1. Just by him saying 3. It looks like we got all of it. I'm going to circle around all the way around, because we missed one. There's one right here. It was kind of hidden behind the tree. Give me that. Alright, let's go back to the Serpent Gate. And we're ready to go back to Moonshade. Not going to sleep here. We got to say goodbye to Monk Isle for now. But we're definitely going to be coming back in the future. Monk Isle is a very important area to the plot. We're not done here with the monks just yet. And also completely forgot which gate leads us back to Moonshade. Oh man. I kind of don't want to go back. It's not a nice city. But we have to. I don't think it's this gate. I gotta write this stuff down or chart it out before I record next time. Ah, made it. Alright. Here we are. Is Feta Biblio in? I don't think there's a time limit to bring him the mandrake roots. He's not here. I think we can go to sleep. I know just the place. Rodolencia is dead, the Red Witch, so we can use her bed. Sleep for about 4 hours. Night night. Alright. On my end, it's been about 30 minutes. So these last 30 minutes, this whole part I'm kind of confused, not confused, but worried about how it's going to be edited. Because once we get the spell book, and they're still not here, it's 8 in the morning. The heck? Oh, they're eating breakfast. Oh, got the roots. Here you go. I see that thou hast brought the mandrake roots, but I am still hesitant. If thou art truly a mage, thou wilt be able to answer my 4 questions. How many times must ginseng be boiled before it becomes syrup? Ah, I almost forgot about this. This is more copyright protection questions. Well, the answer to this one is 40. How many times weapons are discussed in Erstim's book? This one is 4. He asked 3 questions, I believe. How many different types of reagents doth Erstim write about? I'm gonna take a guess and say this might be 8. I am 3 off, it's 11. 11 reagents. Forgive me for my suspicions, but thou wilt understand that I take my responsibility seriously. I must know for sure that you actually bought this game. Now that I know you did, I will now conjure a spellbook for thee. Thou wilt notice that the transcribed spell is within thy spellbook. Use it to copy spell scrolls into thy spellbook, for they will disappear once thou hast used them. Remember this well. It may mean the difference between thy life and thy death. Alright, bye-bye. And we got a spellbook. We are officially a mage. Right here, and oh, that's the map. Excuse me. Nice. And these mandrake roots, I think we can use as reagents. I think they double as, reagents. Let's check our spells. We got the cure spell, awaken, heal, translation, transcribe. Nothing, 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 and nothing. You may notice we have 9 circles of spells we can cast. In Blackgate it was 8. So we can't cast 9th circle spells, not like we can anyways if we were not, level 9. Because, yeah. Also, I guess none of these reagents work for, these spells. That's a bit of a shame. I wonder who sells a certain spell in the game. How many spells do we have? Scrolls do we have, excuse me. Let's put all these down. This way it's easy to, check. I got more than I thought, my goodness. For some reason I thought I had just 4 or something, but no, I got a whole bunch of scrolls. And way too much stuff in my inventory. It's really making my mind go all over the place. Ah, here we go. False coin. Right, we did pick this up. This is very important. We need to transcribe this immediately. Great way to get money this. You know what it does, but you know what I mean. It's better to demonstrate it. Explosion, fire field. Master. I got 2 Columna's Intuition, I believe. I can remember which one it is. One there. Yeah, I got 2. Wonderful. Okay. Alright, Avatar. I think I need a different bag for this stuff. Let's stack all that there. And just stack these here. We have no reagents, but we do have guilders. We do have lots and lots of guilders. So like I said earlier, I'm a little worried about editing this part because this is why I was saving all those Monetarian coins that Boydon is now carrying. Because we can exchange all these coins for guilders. Last time I did that, all my party members were overloaded with coin, so much so that Busia dropped the guilders right on the floor because we couldn't carry anymore. So I decided to wait. And even with all those guilders, we may not be able to buy all those spells. So again, little worried how this is going to be edited out. How this is going to be edited, I mean, because I'm going to spend my time transferring currency to a different currency, converting currency, and buying spells. Because now the mages will talk to us. They will absolutely talk to us. And I may do that first, and then convert the currency to guilders. Because if we go in here, nothing will happen because everyone's asleep. And by everyone, I mean Melano. Columna's not here. You can probably guess where she is. She's with Terizio. So we'll leave Melano be. Poor Melano. We can go check for ourselves. Because this is Terizio's home. The guy who created Petra. Yep. There she is. That's Columna. That's Terizio. Well, let's go to Busia. The first thing I'm going to buy is some reagents, and I need a new bag. Because I need a bag for reagents, or at least a bag where I can hold. This can probably be the bag here. Once we transfer all our money, convert, I don't want to say transfer, I mean convert. Convert monetary coins to guilders. The mages will talk to us. I'll talk to them later. Let's convert currency first. We're officially a mage of Moonshade, unfortunately. We're not a mage of Moonshade, we're just a mage. And Busia is not here. What the heck? They don't open at 8 in the morning? Like, usually shops in real life are open at 8 in the morning. Well, let's just wait a little bit. There she is, just had to wait a few seconds. Also, excuse my commentary, when I'm not talking to NPCs, I forget how to commentate something interesting when I'm just walking around and doing stuff. It's like I've been talking, narrating NPC dialogue that I forgot, because there's a lot of dialogue in this game. And the Black Gate. Alright, let's exchange some moolah. I would like some guilders, milady. We have, let's do gold coins first. 3 guilders for every 2 gold coins. Can't haggle. You can always go back to previous currencies, your previous currency. Like if you're in an area that requires gold coins, just transfer back. You won't get the exact same value, but it's better than nothing. And like I said a while ago, last part, or the part before, currency is very easy to get in this game. Alright. Gold nuggets. 30 guilders for every 1. Nice, 88 guilders, there we go. I'll say no for now. She always gives it to the main character first, which is okay, I guess. Boydon can carry these. For now. And this is going to be a shopping spree episode. We're going to buy as many spells as we can. I don't know if we have enough guilders. No clue at all. Ah, gemstones. Let's put these here for now. And I need a reagent bag. Reagents are also kind of easy to get, especially later on. And if you know what later on means, if you play this game, you know what I'm talking about. No spoilers, it's a very, very big thing in this game. I will say this game has a lot of quality of life features that Blackgate didn't have. But that's for there, not here. Alright, Avatar. Yeah. You can carry this bag, right? Yes, you can. So let's put the reagents in here. Don't have a whole lot. Serpent scales a new reagent, so this is our plot items here. These are items related to the plot here, these scrolls. Oh, there we go, we got a reagent bag. Perfect. The Avatar is going to have a lot of stuff in his bag. I always designate him as the plot holder guy, or gal, depending on if you're playing male or female. Let's go to Topo. Yeah, let's go to Topo now, actually. What do you know? Topo's not here. Wonderful. Ah, there he is. I was like, I thought he wasn't here. So, but he's here. That's good. That means I can sell gems. Ah, Dados wished to sell me gems, but of course I will buy all that Dados have. Master Ducio has a constant need for gems in his most important works. I'll buy gems from thee for 100 guilders each. How many gems wouldst thou like to sell? I'd like to sell all of them. All 6 of them. 600 guilders, and he doesn't take any fee for it because we're selling gemstones, not converting currency. Alright, bye. And as always, they give it to the Avatar, because that's what they do. So, good old boy Don can be the coin-carrying guy. I've always liked the way this currency looks. It's glowing dollar bills. It's funny. So far we have 1,300 guilders. You know what? I'm going to stop right there and just go to the mages. Like I said, the mages will talk to us because we're carrying a spell book. Because these mages here in Moonshade only respect other mages. There is Melano awake, he is. He's like, oh, where's Columna? I guess she's just out for a walk. Oh no, she's right there. My eyesight's not working too well. Greetings, mage. I do not believe that we have met. 'Tis so nice to make the acquaintance of a new young mage. I am Melano, husband of the Green Enchantress. Yeah, let's do a bunch of talk. I think we're going to buy spells in the next part, because I got like 15 minutes left. Maybe a little bit longer. Because there's going to be a lot more jump cuts than usual. New mage. Of course thou art new here. I know all other mages in Moonshade, and I had never seen thee before. He looks like... Yeah, he looks like that guy, whose name escapes me, and Better Call Saul. Saul Goodman. His name's like on the tip of my tongue. It's embarrassing because I've seen the show. I've seen almost all the seasons. Not just Better Call Saul, but you know, Jimmy. He was in Breaking Bad as well, of course. The Laura guy. Just cannot remember the actor's name. Doesn't it look like him? Look at his face. He's got the nose. Oh well. And thou hast thy spell book, so thou art not a mundane. Therefore, thou art a mage. Well, I was always a mage, sir. I just didn't have my spell book. I lost it a long time ago. Speaking of that spell book we lost, we're going to find it. But you're going to see why we needed a new spell book. If you happen to run across it a little bit early. By careful reasoning, then, thou art a new mage. I cannot argue with your logic. I cannot recall having seen thee in Feta Biblio's training. But then I do not usually take much note of the novices. Lots of stuff to choose here. Feta Biblio. Feta Biblio is the instructor of all novice mages. He provides a solid foundation for the principles of magic. And then he passes the students on to the adepts for more specialized training. Of course, at one time all mages were taught by the Mad Mage, but not anymore. Though the tradition is stealing something from him to prove that thou art indeed worthy of a title above novice remains. I doubt that he doth have any serpent teeth left to steal, so thou'll have to make do with something else, I suspect. We got 2 from him, Erstum, but he gave it to us, we didn't steal it from him. Serpent teeth. The Mad Mage had a peculiar collection of serpent's teeth. Nearly every adept in the city doth have one that they stole from the old man. It was a juvenile prank, I suppose, like tweaking a dragon's beard, but it hath become a tradition, nonetheless. I would show thee one, so that thou wouldst know what to take, but I am afraid that I seem to have lost mine. I could not recall when I last saw it. Perhaps Columna would show thee her serpent tooth. I know that she possesses it. Maybe she'll give it to us. She probably won't. Mad Mage. I suppose that it would be polite to refer to him by his name, Erstem, but I am an adept, and have long since outstripped anything he had to teach me. He dreams of becoming a god, and refuses to see his students as his equal. In truth, the Mad Mage is a doddering old man squatting on this island, afraid of the students that surpassed him in the long march of time, that his spells have cheated. Alright, we're not going to choose Moonsilk Stockings. You don't want to choose that for him, Columna, or Terizio. Columna will take it, I think by force, Terizio too, and Melino will get really offended and tell you to leave, if memory serves. So we're asked about other mages. While I am far too busy to sit on the council, I am well connected, nonetheless. Many mages come to consult me during their research. What sort of research? I seem to have a talent for discovering forgotten references within the archives. Such information can prove to be the key to a new spell or new aspect of an existing spell. For instance, Terizio hath been paying me outrageous sums to deliver a list of reagents for a certain set of spells. I will not rest until I can justify his faith in me. Luckily, Columna hath been very understanding of the time I devote to my work. What can you tell me of Terizio? We met him. Terizio is a very talented young mage. His specialty is the creation of the automatons that serve as servants and guards for our mansions. He hath a fine eye for detail, even for such menial creatures as servants. Thou mayest see his best work at the Blue Boar, where he lets Rocco display Petra for him. Yeah, we met Petra, and as far as Terizio having a fine eye for detail, you don't even know the half of it, Petra. Petra is one of Terizio's creations. She is very pretty for an automaton, and cooks very well. Sometimes I think that Terizio is as much an artisan as a mage. I think that Petra's presence at the Blue Boar doth do much for Terizio's reputation. What do you know of Rocco? Rocco is the mundane innkeeper of the Blue Boar. He's a bit of a surly lout, but then I do not go there for his conversation, only his food. His business has certainly benefited from Petra's skills. Petra is one of the finest cooks in the city, and Blue Boar. The Blue Boar is the only eating establishment in Moonshade. Therefore, it caters to both mage and mundane, unfortunately. Thou mayest meet many other mages there, if thou art patient enough. Change subject. Certainly. Still more talking. Okay. Well, Council. The Council of Mages is the ruling body of Moonshade. We know that. To be asked to take a seat on the Council is a great honor, but I had to turn it down. The current members are Mortegro, Gustachio, and Fabercio, of course. We met Mortegro. What's your opinion on him? Mortegro is the local necromancer. I thought he was a necromage. He doesn't really raise the dead. He communicates with them. Though he probably could raise the dead, so I guess that is also true. He specializes in speaking with the dead, not raising them, so he's not a necromancer then, he's a necromage. I was right. Which is just as well. And the council frowns on such exercises. Why raise the dead for servants when thou hast mundanes for servants, after all? Well, I can think of many reasons why. Skeletons don't need to eat, drink, sleep, or poop. That sounds very helpful. And we have no need of another Vasulio, that is clear. We have automatons. I think between the two, I mean, if I could summon the dead, I would summon the dead. That's kind of sacrilege, because those bones are coming from somewhere. Someone's dead relative, which is mean. I think I prefer automatons. They don't even need to look like Petra, as good looking as she is. Like, I just want something like that so that I can clean my house, you know, and take care of it. I don't have to worry about dusting, cleaning the bathroom, vacuuming. What about Gustachio? He doesn't want to talk to us. Speaking of Gustachio, even though that we are a mage now, He still won't talk to us, you'll see. Gustachio's specialty lies in manipulating the weather. He spends most of his days sitting and staring at the sky. I can never tell if he is collecting data or catching a few winks. Basulio. Do not speak his name aloud again. I'm not superstitious, mind thee. But there are those that say that calling a spirit 3 times by name will summon it. I'd rather not find out. Thou dost not mind. The unnamed one was an adept who hungered for power at any cost. When he could not gain enough to suit him by normal means, he resorted to foul deeds to obtain more. Though he was put to death for his crimes, he broke free from the grave, vowing vengeance upon us all. That is why the Council carefully monitors all research to this day. About that 3 names to utter a spirit, I would tell him, go into your bathroom in front of your mirror and chant Bloody Mary 3 times to see what happens. Fabercio. Fabercio is the Mage Lord, which is probably the safest place to keep him. Thou mayest think that doth sound ridiculous, but 'tis one of the only ways we mages can be assured of what he is doing. As long as Fabercio thinks he doth have power, he is too busy using it to satisfy his hungers to be causing too much trouble. On the other hand, if Fabercio did not think he had power, he would devote all his being to ruining everyone else to procure power. Interesting. Trouble. Fabercio's true forte lies in playing all sides against each other. He is very subtle in creating the right illusion in which to trap his prey. It always looks enticing until it flares in thy face, and usually very publicly too. Hungers. The only polite thing I can think of to say is that Fabercio enjoys the company of women, and that he tires of his pursuits soon after he hath won them. That explains why he was really thirsting after Rhodolencia. He got a taste of his own medicine, really, I think, in that regard. Mundane, a lot of talking. Well, I guess you can forget about me buying spells in this part. That's going to be for the next part. For you guys who watch, it's going to be sped up, of course. I'm not going to go like buy one after the other. It's going to be like in the Black Gate where I just speed it up, buying one spell after the other. First things first, though, I got to get reagents, and Pothos sells reagents. None of the mages do. But I'm digressing. I need to read out this guy's dialogue. One who doth not possess magic, that is a mundane. Without magic, man is a little more than a slightly evolved animal, suited only to be a beast of burden for those whose powers are clearly superior. Yet tell that to Rhodolencia. Her magic was no use against my two-handed sword. I know nothing about them, nor do I care to. What use is it to note such furtive little lives that pass so quickly, and with so little note? What a terrible thing to say. Only from time to time hath one caught mine eye, like that striking young woman that came through here a while ago. And who are you talking about? To be fair, Columna noticed her first, but then my wife always had a fancy for music, and this young woman was singing some sort of ballad about her beloved husband. That's Gwenno. She's not, well, I guess young compared to him, is what he means. I found it a bit tedious, but Columna was enchanted, so to speak. However, when we spoke to her, she seemed intelligent enough for a mundane. She was asking all sorts of questions about history and such, like, her name? Let me see. I believe it was Gwenno. Columna directed her to Fedibiblio. Yep, that's Gwenno. Green Enchantress. Thou dost not know the Green Enchantress. Perhaps thou wouldst recognize her by the spell she is famous for. Columna's Intuition. We got 2 of those scrolls. What does it do, by the way? Columna is the Green Enchantress's name, and thou wouldst be amazed by her spell. It tells thee of anything hidden and potentially dangerous in the area. Ah, nice. It doth not guarantee that what it finds is dangerous, but it doth warn thee. Famous. No other mage doth have a spell named after them. Of course she is famous. Well, everyone agrees how remarkably useful it is. Just so you know, we're not going to be using that spell that often, if ever. Okay. I don't know if I should click on Mosh, but I will. She said terrible things about my wife. Terrible. All lies, lies. Stoneheart? I would tell you that possession of Stoneheart is forbidden in Moonshade. I have no idea where thou didst come by it, nor do I want to know. Thou canst find other spells without resorting to those that are restricted. Restricted? 'Tis true that there are spells that require Stoneheart for reagent, but they are very dangerous. Only a select few mages are allowed to such knowledge, so that it will not be lost. Alright. Let's go through his list of spells. Just a look. I could sell thee several spells, mage. What coins wilt thou pay me with? Give him gold or guilders? Give him guilders. In which circle art thou interested in? Or just interested? First, he's got telekinesis and cure. We got cure. Yes. Second, great light and mass cure. We got the great light scroll. We'll transcribe all the scrolls in our spellbook first, once we got the reagents to do so. Third, enchant missiles. That's very handy. That turns regular arrows, like I said in Blackgate Let's Play, to magical arrows. And magical arrows in Serpent are the second best arrows you can get in this game. Fourth, reveal and flash. And just like the Blackgate, each mage has a different set of spells for you to sell. For them to sell. Explosion. And in good old Ultima VII fashion, scrolling through a list of spells is very clunky. Dispel illusion and betray. Seventh, energy field and mass awaken. And he doesn't have ninth circle spells. I think those are spell scrolls only. Fetch. A lot of new spells in this game. And lastly, bye-bye. I'll save and talk to Columna, and after that the part's going to end probably. I do not believe that we've met. It is so nice to make the acquaintance of a new, young mage. I'm Columna, the green enchantress. She's got quite the hair, my goodness. Do you know Mosh? So thou hast been spending thy time with beggars and thieves. This does not speak well of thy character, Reuben. I speak to everyone. You never know what they might say. No doubt she hath defamed me. What tales she tells! Of course, she is merely jealous of my position in society, and of my powers. Let me say this plainly. Mosh lies. She hath ruined herself with cruel indulgences, and now she is half mad. Why, she sleeps with her rats. I ask thee, is this the action of a respectable mage? Guess not. And I hope by sleeps you mean like sleep, like how a person sleeps with their pet cat like a pet. I'm sure that's what she means. Been here too long. You never know with Serpent Isle natives here, or people who live in Serpent Isle. Not really natives. They moved here. My name is Columna. Sorceress, wife of Melano, and I'm also the most desired beauty in Moonshade. I see you're also not at all modest or humble. Beauty. Yes, in truth it hath always been so, and shall always be. My natural good looks must be the result of my good breeding. And what of Melano? I shall have thee know that mine husband is most influential with the council of mages, and is perfectly capable of satisfying my needs in nearly all other ways. Okay, let's ask about that, I guess. Oh, worry thyself not. I'm not one to allow my needs to go unsatisfied. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have asked. Influential. He's a close and trusted advisor to Fabercio, the mage lord of Moonshade and senior member of the council. Sorceress. Perhaps I could interest thee in a spell. Many strange travelers have come from across the Serpent Isle to learn spells from me. But that, of course, was before the teleport storms. And what do you know of these storms, milady? Since these vile teleport storms, or teleport storms, began, all sea travel has virtually stopped. Even long-range travel over land is considered to be extremely dangerous. And what sort of strange travelers have you met? Many weeks ago, a woman named Gwenno passed through Moonshade, and more recently a sage named Batlin. Well, ask about Gwenno first. The one and only time I saw her, she was singing a love song about her husband Yolo. but she made quite an impression on some people while she was here. If Alice wished to know more of her, then ask around. But we were told by Melino that she sung to you. Do you know anything? Do you have an opinion on her? I guess not. Batlin. He came through town with a strange daemon creature as his companion and servant, and he had some sort of artifact in his possession. We know what that is, but we'll ask about it. I personally did not see it, but I know that Gustachio did. You mean the gargoyle, Palos. 'Twas male, and had bright red skin, but there were no horns on its head, I swear. I believe its name was Palos. Male, she says. You would hazard a guess and think, huh? So there are female daemons in the Ultima series? There actually isn't, but I like how that's like the implication there. Alright, let's buy some spells, or look at all her spells she has. Up to 7 circle. First spell, Great Ignite and Locate. Second circle, Destroy Trap, Great Light and Protection. Third is Curse, her spell. We already got the scroll. Mass Protect, nothing. Fourth, Mass Curse and Unlock Magic. We got the scroll for Unlock Magic. Yes, fifth, Invisibility, nothing. Boom. 6, Dispel Illusion, create ammunition. That'll create, I believe arrows, not crossbow bolts. I chose 6, right? 7th. Energy Mist and Poison Mist. And that is it. The next part, reagent buying, spell buying, lots and lots of buying.